guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Valentine's Day makeup look that I think would be perfect for like a date night or even a girly speed dating night, whatever you fancy. I'm also going to be doing a hair tutorial after, also going to be listing products on that as well. Excuse me, I'm talking, I've got teeth whitening stuff on. So yeah, let's get straight into the video because I know how long my videos can be. Apologies. So I've just tied my hair back and I've already done my brows. There is a tutorial of how I do my brows below. I have also just like put some moisturiser on my skin. I'll quickly show you the one I have been using recently. It is the Naturally Radiant Superdrug 3-in-1 moisturiser. It's really nice. It really leaves your skin really like dewy and glowy, even though I'm quite oily, but it's not like overly oily. It's really nice. So like I said, I've done the eyebrows. Excuse my dog. I'm now going to go in with my P. Louise base 1. This is a little bit light for me at the moment because I have got tan on. So I have actually ordered the base 3. So I'm just waiting for that one to come. So just going to go in using my Jessup's 223 Creamy Concealer Flat Brush. And I'm just going to carve out my brows. I'm quite new to using this product and I've really been liking it. It is full coverage and like I said, it is quite light compared to my tan at the moment, but I don't really mind. So just patting this all over the lid. So I'm just patting that on. Keeping it nice and light. Don't put too much product on with this because it does go a long way. You can see obviously how much like that is, but you get like a really flawless base. Right, I'm going to go in and do the next eye. It's really important with this base to go right up into the eyebrows, just to remove any sort of like build up that you've put along the eyebrow line. Right, the beauty of this base is that you don't have to go in with any powder. So I'm now going to go in. I'm going to be using some new palettes today as well, so I'm quite excited about using those. But I'm going to start off using my Lick and Lash palette, and this is in 35E. And I'm going to go in first using this bright pink shade here, using Soft Definer in 227. It's a really nice fluffy brush. So I'm going to go in and pack this in to that crease. Don't worry about any harsh lines right now because it does all blend out really nicely. Just taking that from one side to the other. Really packing that in. Now I'm going to go in with my fluffy looks crease, and just slightly, very gently tickling the edge just to buff it out. And then in again, the same colour, just packing it into that crease. I'm going to keep it really nice and bright. I really love this colour actually, it's so nice. And the beauty of the P. Louise base is it really makes your colours like really stand out. Some bases that you sort of lose that pigmentation of it. Again, just buff out. The edge, just really gently going backwards and forwards. And I'm going to take it almost to the brow bone, but not quite. Just a really nice light ombre. Any of you do anything nice for Valentine's Day? Unfortunately, when you have kids, Valentine's Day goes to pot. So it'll be once kids go to bed, maybe a bit of dinner in peace. Again, just going in with that shade and just packing it into the corner. Blending up into the crease. Each time I do try and take it just a little bit higher and then blend. That's personally my way of doing these looks. You know, everyone finds a way that they find doing it a little bit easier, but I just blend, then go up higher, blend, go up a little bit higher, and it just makes that sort of transition a lot more softer. So again, I'm just taking it a little bit more higher. And people need to remember, when they're doing bright colours, don't automatically think you're going to get that final look in your head straight away. Like, meaning that, you know, it can start off looking a bit like, oh my God, what am I doing? But have faith in your look. So back in with my fluffy blending brush. And just again, you just really gently go over that sort of line. It will blend out. As you can see, it's really, really nicely dispersing over the brow. Right, I'm now going to go in with my Petite Crease brush by Jessup. This is in the number 231. And I'm now going to go in with my Brighter Pink here. So unfortunately about these palettes, they don't have actual shade like names, but I'm not mad. So I'm just taking that directly into the crease. It's just going to make it really stand out. And again with your blending brush, just blend that. Go in with this darker pinky purple shade with the same small definer brush and just deepen up that crease. I really need to get a better mirror than this little handheld one. Going into that corner and blending through. Back in with your blending brush and just tickle along that line again. The reason I use a tickle is some people really push into it and then wonder why they're not getting an even blend. And the lighter you blend on it, the better the blend is, rather than going in too heavy-handed. So like windscreen wiper motion. One thing I really like about this palette is that, as you can see, I've got literally hardly any fallout. Just a little bit in the corner, but like none underneath. That's how you know it is a really good palette. I think I've been trying to research more into not as high sort of known brands, like more independently sort of made products. And I found actually quite a few really good ones that I'm really like excited to try. Because obviously you've got your Morphe, you've got your Huda, you know, you've got your MAC, which is great, but it's really nice to give like other brands, you know, a good go. Right, so now I'm going in with my Huda Mauve Obsession palette, and I'm using the darker corner shade here. I'm using my small brush still on that one, and I'm going to go into the corner and just really start to deepen that out in the corner, just to get some really nice depth in there. Which obsessed with these colours, they're so nice. Funniest thing is I've now got to do the school run after this, so I'm going to be going to the school run with a very OTT makeup look. I think they're all kind of used to it by now. So again with my fluffy brush, just going over that little sort of line that would just form with the deeper shades. I'm blending that out. You can see it's really nice gradient from darker deep to nice pink. Once you're happy with, oh God, it's so hard to get comfortable where I have to sit. Once you are happy with sort of your blend and how your colours are looking, we're then going to go and cut the crease, cut the lid. I'm then going to go back in with, let's put these down, my P. Louise base on my hand, and using a smaller flat brush, again just going to go in, pat it onto my hand, and then I'm going to go in and just on the lid where I kind of left it white. I'm using that as sort of like my template of where I want to be, so Just going to draw it down up to the lid. And then just start patting it in. Just taking a little bit higher. A really good tip for this is if you open your eye and then shut again, it should tell you where to take your cut crease to. It doesn't matter if, you know, it gets a bit pink. We're going to be going over it with some pigments now anyway. So wiping any excess off of the brush onto your hand, then you can just pat on those edges just to sort of blend it in a little bit. So over the top of that, I'm going to be going in with a little small packing brush, and I'm going to be using my Peaches and Cream pigment in the shade Watermelon. It's such a nice iridescent pink. It probably looks really full on in the pot, but when you actually apply it, it goes quite a really nice soft pink. So using your brush, pat it into the lid. It sort of fills your brush up with the pigment. And with your brush, pat it on to where you've put your base. Now with these pigments, they're really buildable. As you can see, it's such a nice colour. So I'm going to go in with a bit more. And just build it up. As you can see, it's really iridescent. Trick is these is, again, pat them in, don't brush them away because you will move it around. Patting it in actually sets it into place. Again, I'm going to go in with my small darker brush, no product on it, and I'm just going to, over that line, just slightly buff in, just to remove any harsh edges away. And then I'm just going to dab it again into the darker shade in the mauve palette. And then just over the top of where that crease is, just going to go over and again just to define that darker area. Just gives it a little bit more depth above the pigment. Right, I'm going and put on some liner. And you can go quite softly with the liner because I really want it to be quite bright. I don't want it to be too dark and sort of like overlined. So I'm going to go in with, find it, my Rimmel London Wonder Wing felt tip, and just go really softly along the waterline just so it helps with the lashes. What I love about this pen is it's a really fine tip. So as close as I can to waterline, as you can see, it's only just deepening up my lash line. That's all I'm using it for. Obviously, if you want to, you can go in with that sort of darker shade we put on top and put it along the bottom lash and make that more smoky. But I want to keep it quite playful today because quite a lot of my looks I've done on my channel have been quite natural, wearable looks. I want to keep it quite cool and bright today. Once I've done that, I'm going to go in with under the waterline. I swap and change this. Sometimes I use a pen, sometimes use a crayon, sometimes use a Kajal. Actually, I'm going to use this one today. This one I wouldn't actually properly use. This one is the Shadow Liner by MUA. Thought I'd give it a go, just because an eyeliner to me is an eyeliner. So I'm going to put that in the waterline. And curl my lashes using my trusted lash curlers. And as always, I'm going to put in some lashes on. I'm going to go and be using my ones that I actually got from eBay, which I love them. I think they're so nice. They're the Vivian something. I can't remember the exact name, but I will try and link them below if I can figure out how you do it. They're really, 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 really good. I'm just going to go and use my little MAC Extreme Dimension mascara. And a new one that I've been using, I really like actually, is the Quick Set Strip Lash Adhesive by Duo. Normally I use the sort of that Duo, but this one's really fast, which is really good for me because I'm forever in a rush. And I've actually used these ones already, and I'm going to show you a little tip. Is obviously you clean them up first, and I just get them, so that's the lash, and I just kind of bend them. It sort of gives you that shape again, that curve shape, helps sort of reapply them. So I'm just going to pop some lash glue. This one is just like the other one, it's, well, industrial, takes your lashes off, but I like that. So I'm just going to leave them to dry out, and I'm just going to give my eye a clean up for my wipes. To go under the eye. Like I said, there's literally hardly any fallout. I'm leaving this corner at the moment just because I want to see when I do the next eye if I want to keep it quite sharp or I want to have it more blown out. I haven't really decided that bit yet. So I'm just going to clean up that inner corner. But look, out of that whole eye, that's how much fallout. Literally nothing. Take my lashes. And place them on. I tend to let them dry just a couple of seconds, even if they're not like directly on, and then go in with my lash tweezers and just mesh them together, just slightly pushing them together. And this definitely makes a huge difference when you're applying lashes. I would recommend people to buy these Because it's such a good thing to have in any makeup bag, whether it's, you know, professional or just yourself. And they're really nice. They're not over the top for me, actually. They're quite natural for me, but I really like them. So I'm going to go and do my next eye, and then I'll come back and do my face. Right, now I'm going to be doing my face. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to be mixing, actually, because I'm a bit of funny shade. I'm going to be using my MAC Studio Fluid. Well, NW10 and NC35. My tan's a bit like, it is warm, but because my spots, I can't go too warm because if it picks up on them. So what I'm actually going to do first is go in with my Revolution Pro Conceal. And I'm literally just going to spot treat those two areas. I literally just get my finger and go over it. This is a really, really, really full coverage. Like, it really does sort of help me with my spots. Obviously, it is a lot lighter than my skin at the moment, but it works. So, I've just gone over those. A small bit of my Studio Fix NW35, or NC35, sorry. And then a small amount of my NW10. This one is quite like the NW10. In my haul, as I've said, it was a bit of an error buy. But, you know, it's one of those. So I'm just going to mix them on my palette. And then just going to use my spatula just to pop it on. And I'm going to probably go in with the dark one on top of this. Just going to evenly pop that around my face. I'm just going to add a little bit more of my darker shade to my face. I like putting my foundation on like this because it looks like I've used a lot, but I actually haven't used hardly anything. Because putting it on with like your brush straight away or your sponge straight away, it can soak up a lot of the product. And I'm just going to go in and push that into my skin. This is like my all-time favourite foundation brush. It is super soft. And if I told you it was $3.99, you'd all have to go and get one. But I don't really want to tell you where it's from because it'll get sold out. So I need to go and buy a couple of more. Because I'm a nice person, I will tell you. They're from Savers. Out of all the places. They're from Savers. So good. So, so good. So, I'm just going to push that in. Alright, I kind of ignore this area because I've still got to do my under eye and my concealer, and I don't like building up my under eye, knowing that I'm still going to be putting concealer on there, because that's when you can get to the point where you can get a bit of like cakiness. Just pushing that in, watching the brows. I used to go in with a sponge, but I've really swapped up my way of doing makeup recently, which is one of the reasons why I love doing makeup, because of constantly not learning new techniques, but changing the way you do things. I think that's a really good colour from this foundation. Someone else's arms really ache when they do their own makeup. I don't need to go to the gym. Right into the hairline. Right, I do keep this on me And I'm now just going to go in with the concealer. I'm actually using my favourite all time conceal and define, the shade C, you can see C8. Just going to really go under there. My concealer. So this is a C8, and I don't really brighten it too much at the moment. I first go in with the darker shade, not very central, and then I go in with a dab of the C4 because I find this shade a little bit ashy. So I literally just go in and just dab that in the right in the corner on top of the C8. Just so I've got that luminosity right in the corner. And then with my beauty blender, if I can find them. This is my own one, so it's filthy. I'm just going to look up and then push that in. Because of my age, I am actually quite wrinkly underneath my eyes. I can't get that really smooth. Well, I can if I apply enough powder and concealer, but I just don't like that cake enough. So I kind of have come to the, you know, fact I have got wrinkly under eyes, and, you know, so be it. It is what it is. So I get like, I don't know, surgery or fillers or something, which I can't afford that sort of stuff. So with my foundation brush, I'm just going to go in and I like to sort of go between that area, just stippling that back in. Then down the middle of my nose, just evening that all out. It's so annoying when your hair gets stuck in it. And then I'm going to go in with my powder, always using my trusty Laura Mercier translucent powder, going in with my Morphe sponge. I'm just pushing that under my eye and just setting it. I'm not necessarily going to bake because it just doesn't work on my skin. Just leave it sort of set a little bit underneath my eye, just let it melt in. I'm then going in with one of my newer products. It's the Infallible Stick Longwear foundation stick in the shade 210 Cappuccino. What I do is I rub that in on my hand like so, warm the product up, so as you can see it's like a big brown puddle. Go in with my beauty blender, dab that in, and this is how I tend to contour around my hairline. I think it's so much easier to blend in than actually putting the stick onto your forehead. And it just gives it much more of a softer look, and just being able to push it in with your beauty blender. Just warms up on the hairline, and then again dabbing it in, I just go in and mark out where I'm going to be contouring. Just keep pushing that in. Now I'm just going to get my brush and just sweep that away. Now I'm literally going to leave my contour soaking in. I haven't actually gone very deep, but with the product I'm just going to let it set in a little bit into my skin, and then I'm going to go to under eye. Even though I've swept it away, I've kind of left a little bit right up to the edge just in case I do get any fallout on the under eye. So going in with the first brush, I'm literally not going to apply any more product to this. They're just my brushes that I've already got products on. It was the first shade we did. I'm just going to run that directly along the lower lash. If you turn your brush to the side, get a really good blend. And then again the next eye. Just going to take that up to the corner. Now again with the next brush, it was the darker shade, keeping no extra product at the moment. I'm just going to go in and just go right close to my lash line. And then we're going to go in again with the dark mauve, just a tiny bit, just literally dabbing it, taking it just into this corner. And then with your really fluffy blending brush that you went in and blended the top out, I'm just going to give that a really gentle blend. Now with the original brush that went with the P. Louise, the Peaches and Cream, sorry, I'm just going to push whatever's left on there onto the corners. Just to give it that really bright, it doesn't necessarily highlight it like you normally would, but it gives that really nice iridescent corner. So I'm then going to go in with a little sort of pencil brush, and in this palette of the Mauve Obsession, go with this top foil here, just dab that in, and then just take that really close into the corner. And then just slightly along the front of the waterline. And then in with the same eyeliner. Like I said, I don't want to keep it too dark. I'm just going to go gently in with this along the bottom of the line. I'm not going to do the bottom lashes just yet because of, for some reason, I'm a nightmare. My bottom lashes, I always cover my face in mascara. It just becomes a hot mess. So I'm going to go in with a new bronze that I've been using. It's the BH Cosmetics Brilliant Bronzer in Cocoa Cutie. It's a really nice matte formula, really warm. And I'm going in with actually a big thick fan brush. So just pushing the product in. I'm then going in and just bronzing up my hairline. I've really been liking this brush just for contouring. It was like a cheapy brush, but sometimes those ones actually come in really handy. and on myself, especially when I'm just in a rush in the mornings, it's really good for a quick contour. And then again, same brush, just going over where we've lightly pushed in a bit of that foundation stick as our contour. I like to use it as a base just because it gives you an idea of where it just deepens the area. And then again with this side. Don't forget your temples. This is so annoying. And then because I have literally no neck or whatever, I just blend it from chin to neck. And the dog's barking again at the cat. I just like to go lightly under there. I don't really nose contour because I have got quite a small nose, so I don't really bother with the nose contour. But I find this is a really good way to build it up, but I like that. Then going in with blush, I'm using my Life's a Peach by L'Oreal. I really like this blusher. It's quite soft, but I quite like the sort of softness that it gives. It smells like holiday. It's got a slight shimmer to it, which I don't normally go for, but I quite like the shimmer it gives on this. Pushing it out. I like to sort of go back in around my hairline where it just sort of ties it all in. It's really annoying that it makes that noise though. Now I'm going to go back in with my big fluffy brush. And I'm just going to go back around the eyes. Now I've done my concealer, so I know how I sort of want it to sit. I just want to sort of gently, that line, sort of blend it. I literally just go backwards and forwards really gently. Just so it blends through. This is just personally the way I like to do it. It's almost like I'm giving myself almost like a template to work from, but it's giving it a softer, more blown out look. I'm very indecisive when it comes to like doing makeup on myself, so one minute I want it one way and then I can literally swap like that. So it's good for me to be able to work between looks, like doing a look and then deciding later on how I'm going to finish that look off. So now I'm going to go in and do my lashes on my bottom lash. Now I've done all my powder and my a tip I will say about when you do bottom lashes, and if any you know, you sneeze or you have a child jump on your back or your phone goes off, anything that makes you blooming jump like it does with me, if anything touches your bottom lash, don't take it away straight away. Let it dry down, then use a cotton bud and it will literally flake off. I have to kind of keep my eyes cool and like bright wide open to stop anything going on. So I'm now going in with my highlight. I'm going to be going in with my favourite at the moment is my Ofra highlight in the shade Blissful. I'm going to go in with my 220 fluffy brush first and just do the brow bone, just gently going in there, not too much because obviously the eyes are already quite popping. I'm just going to go in there and then a little bit on my nose. this is such a nice highlight. It's like so bright. And Cupid's bow. And then I'm going to go in with my tapered highlight brush. Just go in with the cheekbones. Lastly, I'm going to be doing my lips, so I'm going to go in with my favourite lip liner at the moment in Gerard Cosmetics liner in the colour Share. It's such a nice, like, pinky nude. And then I'm going to be using today my, what should I go in with? I think I might just go in with a gloss. I think I'm going to go in with my, I'm never going to be able to find it now, Madeline Butter Gloss from NYX. It's a really nice soft nudie gloss. And then I'm just gonna give myself a spray. And that is my finished Valentine's Day date night, girls. Speed dating, even if you just want to chill in your pyjamas and be a little bit extra. I'm now going to go off and do a tutorial on my hair, so I'm going to post the video up next to that. But thank you for coming to watch. I will try and post the products below. I'm rubbish at doing that, so I will try, I promise. And watch my next video to see how my hair goes from Hagrid to Sass, because right now it's just a hot mess. Thank you.